वेलकम टू प्रिंस शॉर्टेड हाउस। स्टूडेंट्स, हमारा यूट्यूब चैनल प्रिंस शॉर्टेड हाउस आपको लगभग हर दिन डिक्टेशन दे रहे हैं हम। और हमारा मेन फोकस रहता है कि जो बच्चों का स्किल टेस्ट है उसमें वो कैसे अपने स्किल की तैयारी करें, शॉर्टेड लिखने की तैयारी करें, और उनको हम टाइमली बताते रहते हैं कि आपको कैसे तैयारी करनी है। आज मैं लगभग 1 महीने बाद आपको एक डिक्टेशन के साथ में छोटी सी 2-3 बातें बताना चाहता हूँ जो पहले भी हमने अपने यूट्यूब पे 1-2 बार कही हैं। देखो, कोरोना की वजह से एग्ज़ाम बहुत सारे डिले हुए। पिछले 1.5 साल में एग्ज़ाम नहीं हो रहे थे, लेकिन अभी लगातार स्किल टेस्ट आपके आए हुए हैं। अभी काफ़ी डेट आ चुकी हैं, जैसे एसएससी 2019 का स्किल होना है। लास्ट टाइम डी-डे में हमारे बच्चों का सिलेक्शन हुआ है। हमारे बच्चों का सिलेक्शन डिस्ट्रिक्ट कोर्ट में पीएसपी का हुआ है, डीएसएसबी में सिलेक्शन हुआ है स्टेनोज का, और कुछ रिजल्ट अवेटेड हैं। लेकिन ये सब संभव तब हुआ तब बच्चे लगातार प्रैक्टिस करते रहे। सिर्फ कोरोना को लेकर रुकें ये कतई ठीक नहीं है। और जो हमारी डिक्टेशन एवरीडे डल रही है प्रोग्रेसिव मैगजीन से और आदर्श से, सर कैलाश चंद्र से, उसे आपको रेगुलर लिखना चाहिए और आने वाले स्किल टेस्ट की विशेष तैयारी करनी चाहिए। और जो हमारा अब लगातार सीरीज चल रही है हमारी प्रोग्रेसिव, अगस्त 2021 से हम 80 वर्ड्स ए मिनट से चेतना मैडम आपको डिक्टेट करती हैं, डेली आप लिखते हैं। और अब मैं आज स्टार्ट कर रहा हूँ अगस्त की, इसमें नॉन स्टॉप में रखता हूँ 100 वर्ड्स ए मिनट, जिसमें आज हमारी डिक्टेशन होगी 1, 2, 3 और 4। और मैं समझता हूँ कि एक हमारे जो हम अपलोड करते हैं डिक्टेशन, चाहे वो 80 वर्ड्स की या 100 की है, उसको आप मिनिमम 5 टाइम लिखिए, रीडिंग कीजिए और ट्रांसक्राइब करके अपना चेक कीजिए। तो हम स्टार्ट करते हैं एक्सरसाइज नंबर 1, 2, 3 और 4, 100 वर्ड्स ए मिनट। बी रेडी, स्टार्ट। Honorable members, this joint sitting parliament which is being held during the time of the coronavirus pandemic has great significance. It is the beginning of a new year and a new decade. We will also be entering the 75th year of India's independence this year. All the members of parliament present here today embody the conviction held by every Indian that the thoughtest of challenges will deter neither us nor India. Never, whenever India has remained united, it has been able to attain even seemingly unattainable goals. This solidarity and Pujya Bapu's inspiration had given us freedom from colonial rule. Echoing the spring, India's grandeur is the ultimate truth. In one single consciousness, one thought, one devotion, one inspiration, let us unite. Yeah, let us unite. This unity and dedication of Indians has enabled the country to overcome multiple adversities. Our country has faced every crisis with fortitude, be it the coronavirus pandemic, floods, earthquakes, or major cyclones in several states, locust attack or the bird flu. The recent past also saw an unprecedented escalation in tension along the border. The nation stood together, battled crises on multiple fronts, and looked over every challenge. During this period, we all have also witnessed the unparalleled courage, endurance, discipline, and spirit of service of our countrymen. In this fight against the pandemic, we have also suffered the untimely loss of life of a member of our countrymen. Our beloved former President and my predecessor Sri Pranab Mukherjee who passed away during the pandemic. The untimely demise of six members of parliament was also due to the coronavirus. I pay my heartfelt tribute to all of them. It has been said in our Shastras that is, if we do our duty, success is assured. During the coronavirus pandemic, which has affected each individual and every country in the world, India has emerged on the global stage with renewed vigor. It gives me satisfaction that due to timely and planned decisions taken by my government, we were able to save lives of lakhs of our countrymen. Today, there is rapid decline in the number of new cases of coronavirus, and at the same time, there is a significant increase in the number of recoveries. When we think of the preceding year, we are reminded of the twin challenges that faced us of saving lives of the citizens and protecting the economy, which government took care. Stop. Next exercise number second. Under the Pradhan Mantri Garib Kalyan Yojana, 80 crore people were provided an additional 5 kg free food grains per month for 8 months. The government was also mindful of the plight of migrant laborers, workers, and those who were away from their homes. Besides providing them with the facility of one nation, one ration card, the government made free food grains available and organized Shramik special trains for them. My government also launched the Garib Kalyan Rozgar Abhiyan in 6 states in order to provide employment to the returning migrant laborers in the villages during the pandemic. As a result of this Abhiyan, 50 crore man days of employment were generated. The government also launched a SBA Nidhi, a special scheme for street vendors and hawkers. Further, an amount of approximately rupees 31,000 crore was directly transferred to the Jan Dhan account of poor women. During this period, more than 14 crore gas cylinders were given free of cost throughout the country to poor women beneficiaries under the Ujjwala scheme. Through all its decisions, my government has set an unprecedented example of the collective strength of federal structure. The collaboration between the central and the state governments has not only strengthened democracy but also enhanced the prestige of the constitution. The dream of an empowered and free India, which our freedom fighters had envisioned, was also based on the idea of self-reliance of the country. Under the circumstances that emerged during the coronavirus pandemic, when each country was prioritizing their own requirements, we were reminded of the significance of developing a self-reliant India. During this period, India has demonstrated its scientific capabilities, technical expertise, and strength of its startup ecosystem by developing a network of over 2200 laboratories in a short time span, manufacturing thousands of ventilators, PPE kits, and test kits, thereby attaining self-reliance. It is a matter of immense pride that India is conducting the world's largest vaccination program. Both the vaccines rolled out under this program are produced indigenously by making lakhs of corona vaccine doses available to several countries. India has fulfilled its obligation towards humanity in these times of difficulty. The accolades being showered on India globally for this work, along with the essence of our age-old cultural tradition of an endeavor to work for human welfare in imparting strength to our efforts. The gains from the work done by my government in the healthcare sector in the past 6 years were visible during the coronavirus pandemic. During these years, emphasis has been placed not only on modernizing the healthcare systems but also on prevention of diseases, including programs such as Rashtriya Poshan Abhiyan. Stop. Next exercise number 3. Honorable members, in order to develop healthcare facilities across the country, commensurate expansion in medical education is equally important. In 2014, there were only 387 medical colleges, but today there are 562 medical colleges in the country. In the last 6 years, there has been an increase of over 50,000 seats at the undergraduate and postgraduate levels in medical education. Under the Pradhan Mantri Swasthya Suraksha Yojana, the government has also sanctioned 22 new aims. The central government has laid the foundation for historic reforms in the field of medical education by establishing the National Medical Commission along with 4 autonomous boards. The decades-old Medical Council of India has been replaced with the National Medical Commission as a part of these reforms. Atmanirbhar Bharat Abhiyan is not just confined to manufacturing in India, but is also a campaign aimed at elevating the standard of living of every Indian as well as boosting the self-confidence of the country. Our goal of an Atmanirbhar Bharat will be further strengthened by self-reliance in agriculture. With this idea, the government has over the last 6 years attempted to bring positive transformation in the seed to market system so that Indian agriculture is modernized and also sees growth. In pursuance of these efforts, my government decided to implement the recommendation of the Swaminathan Committee report and increased the MSP to at least 1.5 times of the cost of production. Today, my government is not only purchasing record quantities at the MSP but is also increasing the number of procurement centers. Widespread improvements are being brought in various sources of irrigation. Following the mantra of per drop per crop, the government is not only completing the pending irrigation projects but is also delivering modern irrigation techniques to the farmers. In 2013-14, only 42 lakh hectares of land was under micro irrigation, whereas today more than 56 lakh hectares of land has been brought under micro irrigation. I am happy to say that through their hard work, our farmers are augmenting the efforts of the government. Today, the food grain availability in the country is at a record high. From 234 million tons food grain production in 2008-9, it increased to 296 million. Stop. Next. Slide number 4. Start. Honorable members in the agricultural sector, the need of the hour is to focus our attention on the small and marginal farmers who own only 1 or 2 hectares of land. More than 80% of the farmers in the country, numbering over 10 crore, fall under this category. My government accords priority to these small and marginal farmers too. In order to provide expenditure support to these farmers, almost rupees 1,13,000 crore have been directly transferred to their bank accounts under Pradhan Mantri Kisan Samman Nidhi. Pradhan Mantri Fasal Bima Yojana has also benefited small farmers of this country. Under this scheme, in the last 5 years, about rupees 90,000 crore has been paid as compensation to the farmers against a premium of rupees 17,000 crore. The mission for setting up 10,000 farmer producer organizations by bringing together small farmers of the country is also an impactful step. This has ensured access of small farmers to better technology, additional credit, fast harvesting, processing and marketing facilities, and insurance coverage during natural calamities on the same footing as the rich farmers. This has also provided an alternative to farmers for securing remunerative prices for their produce and generating greater savings. After extensive consultation, the Parliament approved three important farm reform bills 7 months ago, namely the Farmers Produce Trade and Commerce Bill, the Farmers Agreement on Price Assurance and Farm Services Bill, and the Essential Commodities Bill. The benefits of these three important farm reforms have started reaching more than 10 crore small farmers instantly. Appreciating the advantages that these reforms would bring to the small farmers, several political parties who had from time to time expressed their support. The discussions over these farm reforms in every part of the country for over 2 decades, and the demand for these reforms at different fora were also reflected during the deliberations in the House. Presently, the Apex Court has stayed the implementation of these laws. My government respects the decision of the Apex Court and shall abide by it. My government holds in high esteem the values of democracy and sanctity of the Constitution. It is continuously making efforts to dispel the misunderstanding created in the context of these laws. My government has always respected freedom of expression and holding of peaceful agitations in a democratic setup. However, the recent acts of dishonoring the national flag and showing disrespect to the auspicious occasion of the Republic Day are unfortunate. While the Constitution gives us the right to freedom of expression, it is also expected that we abide by the laws and rules with equal sincerity here. Stop. Thank you.